Hey everybody, so look on the screen. So they look like a little miniature rerun from what's happening. Oh my goodness. Woman walking down the street, push her in the back, knock her down, and four able-bodied teens start attacking her. Why? I'm beginning to think it's in their DNA. Oh, yes. What? The molecules that determine behavior, kind of like programming. Dusty Sr. is just like Dusty Jr. Dusty Sr., just like Dusty Jr. Just like the fathers don't want to work, neither do their sons, and they're coddled. And you know the mamas. Not my son. He was Baptist fed and Baptist bred, and he still ain't got no darn sense in his head. He wouldn't do that. They're able-bodied. Why can't they work? Go get a job. You know, teens do have jobs. Oh, but I forget. That's for the black girl. That's right. These are the ones that are coddled. They are basically abandoned by their fathers and then got the nerve to be mad at women. Make it make sense. We need some programs at the community centers, and they're still shooting up and killing folks and robbing. For these ladies that sign up to be IODs, I have no sympathy for you. I really don't. What am I going to do? They're cutting off my benefits. Make it work, boo. Maybe, if it's not too late, and for most it probably is, maybe some accountability. Again, I really felt some type of way, especially in Mississippi, where you have a lot of poor people, regardless of race, but not wanting to give them benefits for like food. And then I thought about it. What's on the flip side? Again, this on the screen. That's the part we don't want to quite we don't want to accept. IODs are carrying a lot of criminals like this here because why? The father's like that. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So I can think the Republicans, they're taking a harsh stance. Don't worry about feeding you. Wow. And then you see stuff like this here and you understand. He didn't have a father. And here's part two of that equation. In most cases, he didn't have much of a mother because she knew what kind of man he was and still was procreating with him. You knew he was a baby mama when you met him, more than likely. Are you that desperate? The sign of a true low self-esteem queen you have got to be. Much of a father figure. Yeah. Okay. And he also didn't have much of a mother figure because these women keep on having to anybody's dust buckets, knowing he can't buy you a box of chicken. He can't even afford the bark. But you still gonna have a child with him, and then look for the taxpayer help feed me and my child. Young. They said, "Oh, to put the black man out the home." No, you walked out willingly, and guess what? You need to come back and pick up your son. How about you do that? Please come back and pick up your son. Pick up your sons. This is the kind of behavior. Then you wonder why is it where they live, they can't get jobs. You wonder where they live, they can't get jobs. This is what they do. If they don't steal out the store, beat or rob any potential patron, and don't forget, if it's black owned, you can forget it. You fighting an uphill battle if it's black owned. because you have to deal with, number one, the jealousy in the community. Black folks don't want a discount. Why? Because everybody else gets over on this group and they know it, or don't treat them professionally. So when they come to you, you're going to have to pull out the silver platter for me, and that's fine. But while I try to hurt you, I want a discount, something for free. Do you go to Walmart and ask for a discount? No, you take your behind in line and pay like everyone else. So as a black business owner, you got to deal with the jealousy because most black folks don't have a business. They're jealous. They're scared you're going to be successful, and they are paralyzed by fear. And you were able to get out there, jealousy and haterade. Then there's theft, robbery. Least little thing, they'll make it their duty to try to get online and tear it down. I walked in that store and it took 3 seconds before they said, "How can I help you?" So stupid. And then so much crime in the area. That's going to deter any potential sales. Then you get robbed. Then they might kill you. Wherever, what's the saying? It's sad. 2 or 3, especially these teens. Where there's 2 or 3 little gremlins, little chocolate drops, where it's 2 or 3, more than that, you don't want to be. Typically. And using a woman's cards. Where are the parents? Here's pictures right there on the screen. What are the parents? Where are they? And last I checked, they hadn't even been caught. Really now? And they'll still see not my son. And I really feel for teachers because then you're supposed to go and teach this. I really do. And again, the idea of not feeding Americans, that really kind of hit me. It's like, wow, I thought about that even later after doing the video. And the man said, at least vote to feed them. Wow, you won't even do that. Horrible. But so is this on the screen. Maybe that's a contributing factor. And even if they weren't doing that, the Republicans in Mississippi would probably do the same. But people are tired of this. People are tired of this. Fort able-bodied. They know how to rob, push, and kick somebody. And then use her debit or credit cards. The seed of poverty D. But I can assure you, oh, they don't see it. The hood does not see it. They're going to find a way, and they should be able to find him. He look like he kind of wide, but probably like his mama. They're going to find a way. They're slowly working on it. You can see the processes. The replacement is here. They're going to go ahead and eradicate this. Oh, it's a matter of time. You'll see. You will see. It's a matter of time. People are tired. So a lot of these IODs, you signed up for it, they may starve you out. And you can say, well, they always have welfare programs, and they know how to be selective too. I saw they had some moving, and it was like a black family that was homeless, and they put themselves on a waiting list, and they would sometimes stay in a motel. Then they couldn't afford that. Back to the vehicle. Then here comes, and so they had been on it, and it was like, oh, it's been 6 months living like this here. So then a white family newly became homeless. Husband lost a job, lost house, everything, and the black mother, she saw it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, trust me, we've been doing this for 6 months." The black woman gave her all the information, where to go. She's like, "We've been on the waiting list and for 6 months, so they're gonna call us when they have something soon." So the black woman gave her all the information. Oh, thank you, thank you. Becky goes down there, signs up her family. Don't forget, they're newly homeless. Black woman gets her information. Becky goes down there, and next thing you know, and they're all like in family staying like, in cars. Okay. So they're like in an area where everybody's pretty much in the same boat. Look up, Becky and them, they started packing up some stuff and getting ready to go. And she's like, oh, hey, you guys leaving? She goes, oh, yeah. The place I went to, da 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 da, they found a spot for us. Say, what? Yeah, the place that I went to, you told me about, I went down there and they found a spot for us. Becky ain't even been, they haven't looked up, they haven't even been down there a month, maybe. And already they found a place for her family. But what about the black family? Oh my gosh. Selective. And that's what's going to happen to this on the screen, to the parents. Mm-hmm. They can starve you out. And what you going to do? You haven't built anything. Anybody in the beast that tries to build, this is what happens to them. Get beat down. Boycotted so you can't make any money. That's this group. That's this group. And the good is outweighing the bad, let's face it. While few was trying to build and dodge a bullet, you got the rest of them just trying to tear you down, beat you down, tear you down, beat you down. I won't be doing the meeting with her if I was you. I sure wouldn't. Just a whole bunch of ignorance. And that's why sometimes you're going to get what you give. So here they are. And when they lock them up, it's to the point, and maybe it's just me. I was like, wow. I remember when they used to have, you see one of them getting shot, by the cops. Maybe it's just me. It looks like the crowds are getting less and less. Maybe it's just me. Maybe how I'm looking at the certain stores, but the crowd's getting less and less. You wonder why. They're sick of this on the screen. They always profiling. Hell, I profile too. You see the woman in the gym? She opened the door and let him in, and look. She let him in and the attack began. I would have left that dust bucket. He can't get into the gym. The one that attacked the woman. He couldn't get into the gym. He didn't belong there. She let him in. You better profile. I would have left his chocolate dust bucket but outside that door. More safer. This on the screen. This group has a major problem. And this is your future, by the way. They're always attacking women. I'm telling you, they're just like the old diabolical, dust worth nothing, barely can get a credit card with $3 on it, daddy. Angry, mad at women, and go into attack mode. The softer target. Where are the parents? I didn't say parent. Where are the where's the dad? Where's this parent dad at? Where is he? This is what I call defective DNA. And don't forget, these mothers, when something happen, girl, I don't care about your tears. People gonna start. I'm telling you. You wonder why some folks is unloading on them. You wonder why. Look at him. He at Chipotle. Give me something to eat. Don't your mama have a food stamp card? I'm sure she does. They're doing what they want to do. This is what happens when you coddle they coddle these men. They don't make the boys responsible. You can be poor. Doesn't mean you have to do this. So now you see why they can't get jobs. You becoming the face of criminals at a young age. Criminal gremlins. And then you said the white folks do it, so they sure do. But guess what? They got a whole darn infrastructure for their group. Boo. They have businesses. Yeah, they do. And Timmy can get a second chance. Look how young. So then when they put them in jail, put them in juvenile. And the same thing that happens in prison happens in juveniles. When those same things happen, then they get the grant. They do that to my son. I know a woman personally. Her son was in a gang. They were attacking black women. They were sex assaulting them, robbing them, everything. That's what they were doing. RAPE, what they were doing. Oh, they got him in that jail. I don't want to see my son like that. Oh, that's what. But I thought about it. That's funny. But look what he did to those women. Now he calling you crying like a little witch. Mama, mama. Son, it's out on the news what you and your little crew did. So now you're in jail. You can't handle that heat. He down there crying. They keep on messing with him. I can't. It was so bad. He was telling what was happening to him, and she didn't go into detail, which we don't need to. You can pretty much figure it out. She said, I can't go down there. He wants me to come see him. She said, I can't go down there because I can't stand from what he's telling her. She said, I can't stand to see him like that. But when he was doing those crimes, I never heard you say, I'm trying to get a hold of him and stop this, call the police. Oh, speaking of, real quick, and this what makes it worse. Once they had got some witnesses to describe him, guess what happened? To hide him out, a relative, and I think he was involved in a shooting, a relative had put him up in a hotel, y'all. This is how dumb they are. A relative put him up in a hotel. Guess what happened? Dun, 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 dun. Her relative put him in a hotel. He called some more of his game banging friends, and the fools started having a party. Don't forget you on the news and looking for you. Fools started having a party. It started getting real loud. The hotel, and it was a motel actually. They asked him to, hey, you got to keep it quiet. Keep him down. Keep in mind he ran from the law. So stupid. Hotel's like, hey, you got to keep it quiet. We get noise complaints. No, 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 no. He gonna get that party on. That's how they caught him. The hotel tried to tell him again, you got to keep it down. Okay. One person said that he pulled a gun, and then they said the motel had to keep telling him again, keep the noise down. You're gonna have to leave. Yes. Then somebody else was like, oh yeah, he showed him a gun, and so the noise what got it. Then they called the police, and that's how he got captured. He and a little crew having a party in the hotel. So stupid, so dumb. I didn't know that part. I was like, wow. I just knew it had been called because of a noise complaint. Can't follow instructions. So this group, you don't have to want to build. And for the ones that do, you can go ahead and try to rob and boycott and be jealous. I can guarantee you this group finna get a wake-up call. And I don't care what your grandmama done told you, or your pimping preacher, Pastor Pochop, or your pimping politician. That little lazy line we tell ourselves, it's gonna be all right. You about to find out. You about to go night-night. You about to be wiped out and don't even see it. This right here. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The little IODs, you about to get it. Oh, yeah. I'm saying this group really doesn't see what's going to happen. But that's okay. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. They got a little plan for you. This is not going to continue. It is not going to continue. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Why can't they get a job? They're just like their old dust bucket dads. They don't want a job, but guess what? They're willing to rob, and I'm out.